In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to configure IPv6 link local addressing. So link local addressing is only advertised on the local subnet. It's a mandatory IPv6 address if you're ever using IPv6 addressing along with a loopback address on each router interface. And it's only advertised as mentioned on the local subnet. It doesn't end up in the routing table. So it's used for things like routing adjacency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to router 1. And I'm going to sign on to this router. Configure terminal. So the first thing I need to do is enable IPv6 packet forwarding. I do that with unicast routing command. This is a first command for, it's a global command, so it's globally to the router itself. Next thing I want to do, I'm going to go to 01. I'm going to configure this with a link local address. So I'm going to go to 01 and I type IPv6 enable. And what that command does is it generates a link local address, and it's generated based on the MAC address of the interface. It's called EUI64. Then I'll do a no shut. And that turns up the interface. And what I'll do now is I'll go over to router 2 and do the same thing. Okay, so we'll configure terminal. So the interface is 01 as well. So the first thing I got to do is do IPv6 unicast routing. So I'll go back here. So that enables it globally for packet forwarding on router 2. And then interface FA01 and IPv6 enable. And that automatically will generate a link local address. Then I'll do a no shut to turn up the interface because it's layer 3. And there it is. I want to go back to router 1 now, and I want to verify the interface. So anytime you want to verify with IPv6, I can't go IPv6 show IPv6. I have to do show IPv6 instead of IP. So it's interface brief because it's an IP6 interface. So I just can't use show IP. So in this example here, 01, there it is there, auto-generated, based on a MAC address. So it's not really random, it's based on the MAC address of the interface itself. And so that confirms that it's up and up, because router 2 is up as well. I'll just verify that it is. So I'll go show IPv6 interface brief. There it is there, and that shows me interface 01. There it is there, FE80. It always starts with FE80, and it's up and up. If I go to show run, I'll just go through. There's the unicast routing statement, and IPv6 enable. So now there's IPv6 active on that local subnet between those routers. And that concludes IPv6 link local.